Hello, everybody. How are you doing? And just as we start, Nurse Teresa makes a phone call. So, happy Saturday. Let's take the phone call. Hello, Nurse Teresa. You're live and on the air. Yep. Sure. All right. All right. Love you. Bye. Nurse Teresa's picking up some holiday cheer. All right. So, how's everyone doing on this? Our chat with Al is kind of early today, isn't it? I got a nick under my eye here. I don't know, where is it over there? I'm going through puberty. I think I got a zit. Hope everyone's doing well in the FOC. I just wanted to come on and chat a little bit and discuss some play games. I picked up 3 in the very recent time that has just passed. I have picked up Let's Play Tennis from Play.com. Excellent game. It was a PDF. They brought it back up for sale. Really enjoy it. You can play the whole tournament thing with the way it very similar to the golf, and very similar to red, white, and blue racing. With you do the stacks. I don't do that. That's not my thing. I just like to take with the tennis game, which I enjoy immensely. We're doing our King of the Hill, with Jimmy Connors being on the King of the Hill still, and we just play a 1-set challenge, and it's point by point, shot by shot, or point by point, we'll say. And it is actually shot by shot. Very fun. Really enjoy the Let's Play Tennis, PLAAY, PDF, very reasonably priced. Really enjoying the play games. Never thought I would. Again, I play it my way. I don't go through with the tennis. I'm not doing the tournaments. When I play a game, I want the best against the best, or I want the 2 players against each other. I don't want and usually the best players probably would make it anyway. So you can play it tournament style. I'm just playing set by, point by point, game by game type of thing. Very fun. The tennis game from Play.com. I also picked up Soccer Blast, and this is a game I've been eyeing a long time. A lot of people have played it. I like to thank all the people who did Soccer Blast videos. Also, I like to thank the tutorials that Keith Avalone did on the Play.com site. I watched many, many videos on Soccer Blast. Anthony Crooks, our good friend, Bleacher Bums Gaming, the creator of what game? The best card and dice boxing game, sports game out there, Glory Days Boxing, which can be purchased on SidelineStrategy.com along with Payoff Pitch, and hope Joe Bryant from Payoff Pitch is doing well. But I watched that. He did a wonderful video. A couple other, I'm going to forget who it was. I watched a lot of Bob's Tabletop Sports. He has some videos regarding the play games. Steve Tower did a wonderful, some wonderful videos on this. Also did a pre-play. Well, he did the World Cup, the U.S. against the Netherlands, and he also did a pre-play of the World Cup championship game, Argentina versus France. He did that, I believe, yesterday. I haven't caught that yet. But Steve Tower has done a lot of wonderful videos. Big Play.com person there. So, Soccer Blast. I'm enjoying it. I haven't played a full game yet. Played a half. Played a few little things. But I'm picking it up quite quickly. Whether I stream any of these games, the true card and dice ones on my channel, I don't have the setup for it. My table's small right here. Maybe I can finagle something with Excel, but the beauty of it is rolling your own dice and following the story. That being said, the cards are really small for the soccer game and the baseball game, except they have these and I'll get to the Continental Baseball League set that I picked up, which is absolutely fabulous. A what-if league that possibly could have happened. And then they kind of drafted their players, real players. You get real players, people who did not play in 1961 in the major leagues, and players who had just recently retired. But yeah, the cards are a little small, but that's fine. I have to get used to it. What the play games do, And I love telling stories. I do it with whatever game I'm playing, whether it's PC or card and dice. I'm telling a story my way. It tells you a story, and it's a lot of fun. I have to, let's say hello to some people in the chat. We had the Golden Eagle, our boxing matchmaker, was here. I don't know if he's still here, but thank you very much. As he says, gaming intervention for you, Al? No way. Bernard Strom, game intervention. It's too late for me. If I had one game a day for a year and wanted to play all my games, I would only be able to play each game 3 times each year. I hear you. That's the mess behind me. I keep saying I have to clean. I don't even know. Well, I know what I have. I just have to get it better organized. Ironically, I do know where everything is. Our good friend Steeler fan 1933. What's going on with your Steelers? Not bueno this year. They're playing a little better. Anyway, our good friend Matt. Always great to see him. Philip Reynolds is doing a lot with Stone Cold Hockey. I picked up a game. And he's using that fictional teams, which is kind of fun. As Philip says, hi, Al, love you. Tell Nurse Teresa I said hi. Nurse Teresa called, picking up some holiday cheer. Our good friend Pops Reviews, check out that channel. Check out Philip Reynolds, of course. Al, how are you, good sir? Good day, chat. I picked up the Filsinger game. That's going to be coming. Well, not the game. The new wrestling set. Not going to spoil it. We'll do some sort. I'm not big on unboxings, but I show stuff. I guess they're like unboxings. People do unboxings much better than I do, so I let them do it. Bernard says, good afternoon to everyone. Borg McEnroe. Yes. Glory Days Football, another fun game. We've had that on the channel. That's a very fun college football game. You can play it 3 different ways. Again, that's brought to you from Anthony Crooks, our good friend Anthony, Bleacher Bums Gaming. Glory Days Boxing, Glory Days. Thank you for reminding me, Philip. We've had that on the channel. Glory Days College Football and Glory Days Boxing can be purchased at sidelinestrategies.com along with Payoff Pitch. Bernard Strom says, thanks for having the chat early today. Have dinner plans tonight and would have missed it. Your chats are the highlight of my week. Someone drug test him. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much for the kind words. And we might be doing a chat with Al a little later. The normal chat where, I say things that are inappropriate. Not too inappropriate, though. We have fun. We jest, and we have jocularity. Super Bowl Tournament, our good friend Mike in the Truck, creator of many a fine mod season for a really fun pro football game, Pro Strategy Football 2023. You got to pick that game up. That game brings so much joy, just like PLAAY Games do. And every game, any game you like that brings you joy, enjoy it. But Pro Strategy Football 2023, bring it to a PC near you soon, now, right away. So much fun. Legend Sports Universe, check out that wonderful YouTube content creator. Many, many projects on there. Still got to listen to the bantamweight fight he did. Work did not go the way I thought yesterday. I'm glad it's Saturday. I'll leave it at that. But Legend Sports Universe says, good day, Al, and the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Uncle Ron Juckett says, check your phone. Am I in trouble? Let's see. Am I in trouble with Uncle Ron Juckett? Have I been fired from Digital Dice? Am I no longer a sometimes guest host? Boom, boom. It's a joke. Let's check our phone. We might have a special guest. I'm not going to tell you who, but we might have a special guest. I feel honored and privileged if this guest will come on. I'll give you 14,000 guests. Guests? Speak of the English, Al. Have more coffee. I'm going through puberty again. Look at this. I got a zit. What the is up with that? Oh, all right. So, and Teresa Bella's on her way home. Yay. We tried to get Captain Fantastic, the dog, in here, but I couldn't get him on camera. We got him on camera before. You know what he did? He pissed me off yesterday. My sister comes over yesterday, and he barks at anyone he doesn't really know, and he wouldn't shut the hell up. Was not very happy with Captain Fantastic yesterday, but I still love him. Was pissed at him, didn't really talk to him yesterday after that fiasco. Made poor little Wyatt cry. Wyatt doesn't like barking. I don't blame him. I don't like barking either. But he does bark at appropriate times. He does not know my sister well, so stranger danger, even though my sister is one of the most wonderful human beings on the face of the earth. All right. Let's get ready to rumble. All right. Uncle Ron. Awesome sauce. Steeler fan. I got Soccer Blast recently. Also, before again, play the games you want. But Stone Mountain Press, Dice United PC game coming next year. Very excited about that. I have the tabletop. And again, I don't have the space sometimes or the time. And I like card and dice. I'm telling you I do. But sometimes I come home from work. I want to play a game. I would love to showcase History Maker Baseball. I don't have the setup for it. I'm still trying to. I played it on the kitchen table because it's kind of not big, but you need a larger setup. It's a lot of fun. I do love History Maker. I fell in love with it. And it's because of the Continental set. All right. Well, we got to send a link. We have to send it. Who's in here now? Did the cat come in here? Oh, boy. Got to watch the cat. Bears Den 007. How you doing, my friend? Legends Sports Universe. You are accompanying me on my dog walk. I hope it's a good walk, and I hope everyone's doing well. Dog, family, friends, one and all. Gary Sorrell. Good morning, Al, and everyone listening while I drive. Thank you very much, Gary. Gary, awesome sauce. All right, let's send a link to a guest. I have to remember how to do this. No one ever wants to come on with Chat with Al anymore. They're all afraid he's scared about what might come out of my mouth. And I'm just kidding. Do. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Yep. During this time, you'll have to listen to me do. I think that's the dating. Is that the dating game? I can't remember what theme I'm just doing here. Bum 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 bum. All right, we might have a guest on. We shall see in moments. Uncle Ron, check Facebook, my friend, if you're still there. And why wouldn't Uncle Ron still be with us? Okay, Golden Eagle 99. Is History Maker Baseball card and dice game? Yes, it is. It's a lot of fun. It's. I didn't think I'd like this type of game. See that tooth? I lost that tooth playing football many moons ago. I got a cheap. Always keep your mouthpiece in. I took a shimmy sham European uppercut, as I say. And where is it? Tooth gone. What a cheap shot that was, that jackass. Go. Oh, my Lord. Are you freaking insane? Thank you. All right, we'll get to that in a moment. We have our good friend Tim, Cleve Baseball Fan 879. He has his McCormick San Francisco Giants replay 1962 card and dice Stratomatic Baseball. Wonderful stuff. Check it out. Stratomatic Baseball, card and dice. Our good friend Cleve Baseball Fan 879, Tim. And then we have the one, the only, the Penn State grad, I do believe. Beatles Eternally. He says, good day all. Check out that wonderful channel. Much, much, much baseball on that channel. Beatles Eternally. And joining us, a special guest from an undisclosed location in a bunker in Vermont. I'm not going to tell you what state. I just did, right? Just did, right? Did anyone? You got that, right? It's a joke. Is it Santa Claus? It's almost as good as Santa Claus. It's making his return, his triumphant return like General MacArthur to the Al Red Sox Fan channel. One of the founding members of the actually the founding member in my opinion,
you are.
FOC. If you hate me, blame him.
Oh dear Lord. Thanks. Good night.
So I just have to. Ron, thank you. Great digital of the dice. I have to finish listening to it. I love the and I'm going to cheat off you guys and bring that subject matter up. But Golden Eagle, thank you very much. You don't have to do this, but I greatly appreciate it because it goes right back into the channel. Thank you very much. And we got Michael Spinks. Oh, that is a good matchup. I might do that at light heavyweight, actually. I can do it at either one. But yeah, awesome sauce. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Golden Eagle 99. Uncle Ron, how are you, my friend?
I'm fine. How are you? Did you actually get any snow out of this or no?
No. Did you get snow? We
got more snow overnight. It wasn't much snow during the day yesterday. My mom got almost 2 feet. She's about 30 miles east of me. This was an elevation storm in Vermont.
Right. We're in the valley.
Right. So are we.
So we just got rain, thank God. We would have had, no lie, Uncle Ron, with the rain we had, I bet we would have had close to 2 feet.
Yeah, we had 4 or 5 inches overnight. It was 33, 34 all day yesterday here.
It's 41 degrees right now, approximately.
Yeah, we've got 34, and that's what. Now look at the weather in your part of the world this morning.
Yeah. So let me just say, Pop's Review says, yes, I was doing the dating game.
It sounded like a dating game. It's weird because there's a little bit of a delay. And so I'm listening to you set up trying to get me on. And then I go on and like conversation jumps 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like what we used to do on Saturday nights. It would just kind of jump 20 seconds.
Yeah, that was, Nurse Teresa misses those. I go, we had Ron, Dog, Devin, our good friend Chris from Delaware. And sometimes we'd have my brain's going. We've had JD on,
right?
We had a lot of people on, and it was just so much fun because we're just riffing off each other and having fun and goofing, and that's what life's all about. But things change in the world, in life, so we can't always do that. And I try my best.
You did a chat that I was actually awake for at 12:30 the afternoon.
Yes. So again, check out the new Digital Dice with Uncle Ron Junkett, Uncle Dave Gardner.
We taped it yesterday, episode 163, and it was
as Uncle Ron put it,
the tiebreaker episode.
The tiebreaker game, yes. But it was really good stuff. And again, I'm not. Sometimes I listen all the way through one time and then go back and listen again. But this one I'm listening in segments just because yesterday did not go at work the way I wanted it. And I'll leave it at that. I'm glad it's Saturday. And I'm somehow going through puberty again. I have to say.
I have hair coming out of places that.
Oh my God! I don't even want to discuss that. That's a late night chat.
I wasn't talking about that hair.
Oh, geez.
I was talking about the stuff that my wife will pull out of my ear every once in a while.
Oh, I have that too.
Oh yeah.
I'm like at work going, why is I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, that's disgusting.
That's right.
Santa
Run.
Yes.
How you doing there, Tim? Almost had a channel first a few days ago.
Oh, so check that. Oh, was that the one? I'm not going to give it away.
Don't give it away.
I don't know if that's.
It's still Santa Run.
I'm watching. Oh wait, where did Santa Run? Everyone's saying hello to Ron. Okay, so Ron's on Twitch. Check him out. Subscribe. Do all that good stuff. He's also on YouTube. He goes live on Twitch. Then it's uploaded to YouTube. Uncle Ron.
As soon as the embargo is over, so it's 24 hours.
Right. That's right.
Or else it would be instantaneous. But
let me just say that Max Cornelius is here.
My goodness gracious, Max, how are you?
Good to see everyone. Arnold Hunter, how you doing?
That's cool.
We're gonna try to get to all the comments, but so I picked up some play games.
Yes.
And what lured me into now I've been looking at Soccer Blast for a long time. Okay. But what lured me?
You like soccer?
Do I like soccer?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
The World Cup's been crazy.
Yes,
I haven't watched many games just because of the time difference. I'm at work.
Right.
I was happy the U.S. made it to the knockout round. The U.S. needs to develop 2 things. People who can pass at an international level. Okay. No knock against the domestic league we have, the MSL. I don't watch much of it, but
it's terrible.
They're very good players. There's an extreme difference between Europe and South America compared to the US.
Right.
You need clean passing. You also need someone who can finish. Now, that's with any country or team.
Right.
You need a finisher. I'm sick of the guys, and I used to watch it with Liverpool. They paid a guy a ton of money. You know what he did when he shot? Hey, put it in the back of the net. That's why they paid you the money. The guy they didn't pay a lot of money, I used to call him the Stork. I can't remember his name. It was a tall, thin Englishman. All he ever did, and I'm going to remember it later, all he ever did was put the ball in the back of the net. But he wasn't pretty looking, Ron. So they went out and got this guy.
Fernando Scoreless, right? Yeah, yeah.
They paid him a ton of money, and you know what he did?
Oh, yeah.
He did this. He didn't put the ball in the back of the net. So Andy, was it Andy? I can't remember it. Couch or something. Not Couch.
Dirk Kuyt. He was Dutch.
No, he did play. He was from like Denmark, or he was Netherlands from that
Dutch,
part of
yeah.
Europe. This guy was I can see him. I'll find his name later. I can see him.
But he was talking about Fernando Torres, who I just called Fernando Scoreless.
Yes. He was either from Spain or Portugal or South America.
Yeah, one of those.
He didn't score for them worth poop.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Peter Couch, that sticks in my head.
Peter Couch, yeah, I mean, yeah, he was, talk about unattractive.
Yeah, he was tall, lanky, and all he did was score.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, my Lord.
You get my partner, too?
Oh, my God. This is a Merry Christmas to me.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Dave Gardner.
Hang on a second there, Az. I mean, you guys are talking about Peter Couch. Isn't that the drummer from Kiss?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
That's what I heard from the groupies. He finishes.
I saw a great cartoon on Facebook, and it was a member of Kiss doing the Christmas Story thing, and the long tongue was stuck to the flagpole.
That's funny. That's funny. Thank you for joining us, Uncle Dave Gardner.
Yeah, no problem.
He's been using a lot of and we're going to get to the play games, but because I have these guests on, I didn't think I was going to have them. Very happy. Thank you very much. And tremendous chat going. We'll get to all your things here.
I don't crash chats very often, you understand.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. You can come here. You guys can come on anytime you want. Dave's been doing a lot, and you had a really interesting, and I have to send the file to the guy, the creative developer of Digital Dice Baseball.
You mean Digital Diamond?
Yeah. I had this weird thing happen when I fast played, and that's never happened to me before. Contrary to popular belief, I do play the game. It's not a bad game. I had an issue with one thing, and that got heated, and I'll leave it at that.
Right.
So, the interview was excellent. It was
we really enjoyed him.
Yeah.
We really did.
I tell you what I'd like to see with that game. Maybe just a little ball flight, and maybe just hold. Now you guys are using it, which is really cool. It's a great, Dave and Ron, you can describe it better. Stat keeper.
It's a board game companion. Bring your own game. You play whatever baseball game you want.
And that's an awesome, again, Digital Dice Baseball, is it $24?
I think it's
$25. It was on sale for $20 at Black Friday.
It'll be that way after Christmas, I think, through New Year's when Steam
has
it.
And the new one's coming out February probably.
He said before the season starts.
Yeah, so March,
so it's going to be a little long. It's going to be...
whatever he traditionally releases, it will be the release time.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking? OOTP's February. I think that's right. But really reasonably priced game. Plays well. I'm not going to say pretty well. Plays well. You can roll your own dice. It's a game companion, which is awesome. So say if I want to do History Maker Baseball, right, a season, and I wanted to keep stats, you can use that to keep your stats.
Oh, my gosh, you can. Yeah, you can put in logos, player pictures. I customize all the colors of the team. So when you look at the screen, the home team's always in white, and then the away team's in their colors. So I know who's what. The customization in that game is fantastic. The stats in that game, fantastic. So, yeah, I enjoy the game as well. And I enjoy it as a companion. I've been playing 3 or 4 different games in my 79 season, and I'm having a blast.
So, Uncle Dave, you're playing different games. You're inputting them, and you're fast playing. Now you're fast playing the other games.
Yeah, I did have a fast play issue the other night when I tried to fast play a day, and it just got hung up. So I quit the program, went back in, and I fast played again, and it was fine. So I mean that happens in a lot of games. Yeah,
I honestly don't think again, because some people think I don't like the game. I do, so I don't want people to get all. I think I just have a glitch in something glitched in my, the file.
You obviously had the keg beer softball option turned on. Holy crap!
So I'm going to send that when I get a chance. The file.
The thing that I'm looking forward to in the next release is the ability to play Status Pro with it internally within the game. Now, I don't know if you caught that.
I played Status Pro a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Uncle Dave's.
It's Sharon.
So
you go ahead.
My question, Ron, right?
Yep.
The Status Pro, you can't buy that game anymore.
It's out of print. You can buy the seasons from someone else, but the thing is, interesting thing is, just kind of like APA years ago, is that all the formulas are in the public domain and how to make those cards and the charts.
Do they give you the rules how to play if you get the seasons from them?
I don't know how that works. Dave, when you bought the hockey game, Dave, did the rules come with that or just the cards? We're talking about Status Pro.
I'm sorry, the wife.
Status Pro.
Status Pro. I think you got everything. I think
only because I like Status Pro is a card flipping game. I remember.
Yes,
it's actually fun.
Oh, you know what I did
but I don't have.
I used the Lewis Research Flipper. That's what I.
Yeah, there are flippers online for that. By the way,
I used the Lewis Research Flipper to play that hockey game.
But don't you need like the how to play?
Yeah, it was really inexpensive. The game was inexpensive.
What Mark has for
involved
in that?
Like, I would buy a Status Pro season, to be honest with you, right? But I don't have the game. I don't have the components.
Well, because the formulas are in the public domain, it will pretty much make any season that he has a library for.
Yeah, I got the game parts, and I got 4 seasons of Status Pro.
Al and I are talking about the baseball, and so we asked you when you bought the seasons from Byron, whether you got the rules with it or not.
For hockey. You're live and on the air with Uncle Ron Juckett and Uncle Dave Gardner. How are you?
I don't remember, but it was very inexpensive. And I got it on a Black Friday sale, so it was even cheaper.
Leave the stuff. Right. Leave the stuff that you can't take out there, and I'll get it after.
So I got
This is the difference between the digital.
And actually, you know what? I could go out and grab it and just turn the show over to these fine gentlemen.
Oh God!
Okay. Okay.
Should I call Sarah in, Dave? Shall we go for the clean sweep?
Right. Let's have all 6 of us in here.
It's Bob, Carol, Ted, Alice, CJ, and Mimi, right?
Yes. If I could get Captain Fantastic in here without pissing on something, he'd be in here.
You have a new dog?
Well, I've had a dog.
You've had a dog.
Let me tell you the things Captain Fantastic has murdered in the yard. He started off small. A fly. A bee.
What kind of dog is Captain Fantastic?
Hunting dog.
Okay.
Boy, he likes to hunt. He got a bird out of midair in the summer. I didn't know how the hell he did that, but he got it. Then the horrific one. Nurse Teresa at 5:30 in the morning screaming, "Spit that out. Spit that out." He got a rabbit.
Oh.
Flinging it up in the air like a shark with a seal.
Oh.
Yeah. And he beheaded it. I don't know how. Never found the head. I think he ate it. Had to go bury it. Yeah. He did get the mole in the yard. It took him about 2 weeks. He outdug that thing and killed him too. So yeah, he's Captain Phantasmo.
So what's he think of coyotes? Do you have coyotes in your neighborhood?
He'd bark at them. I'm sure he'd bark at them. He also will murder sticks of butter if you leave them unattended.
I think we all will murder sticks of butter, especially if they're left unattended.
Captain Carl's here.
How you doing, Bobby?
Big Clue. Everyone's saying hello to Nurse Teresa.
What's his face?
Cruz. Yeah. All right. Status Pro baseball. I've seen how you can get sets, but I don't have the game. In other words,
I'm not sure you're going to need to have the printed game there. From what he was describing and what changes he was going to make to his own game, absolutely you murder a stick of butter, is that it's all going to be chart driven and you'll be able to read it right on the screen.
So if I got, say, 1976, I use digital dice.
No, digital diamond.
We're
digital to dice. He's digital diamond.
Diamond baseball, sorry.
Maybe for a small fee we can get our name on a game, Dave.
I call it digital to diamond just by mistake every time. And
Big clue. Spit that out. Spit that out. Didn't you know Dory used to say that to Don Zimmer on the bench?
That's funny.
Oh God, you don't understand. I know it's gruesome, but it was quite. He's flinging it in the air, and I'm like, I get what? Who's yelling? It's like a Friday, right? You know, I have to get up. I'm getting up to start to get ready to go to work. What? Who's what? So I go running out there, and she's like, "Oh my God, I think he's playing with a rabbit." I went, "He ain't playing with the rabbit, honey. That rabbit's dead."
yeah, our dog's got things in the backyard too. There was one time that we had a husky. And she got a groundhog and brought it right up, put it right on the bed for us. Brought it right to the altar, you know. So
Nurse Teresa's here. I'm turning the show over to Uncle Dave and Uncle Ron just for a little bit. Okay. I'm going to help Nurse Teresa bring in some stuff. That way I stay on the up and up with Nurse Teresa.
You should, now that you're married. Yes, it's important. So I would talk about.
How do I do that again?
What? Take yourself off? Dave knows how to do that. How do you remove yourself from the stream, Dave?
I don't want to click remove, then I go away.
I think you just go down the bottom left and just click on the 3 dots and just say remove from stream.
Or you don't have to leave yourself on the. There we go.
So what's up? So you want to wreck his channel? Should I play music and wreck his channel? That'd be hilarious.
Big something. I don't want to talk about what the Status Pro stuff is because he very specifically said what he hoped to do. So you're not gonna. I won't spoil too much for you, but you're not going to buy anything. It's all going to be contained within the game.
Right.
Was my understanding. I'm used to seeing you on my left, not my right.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, huh?
It is kind of weird. So, and I don't have any access to comments or anything.
Yeah.
You want to share your story
about last night?
About last night. Don't cross the streams. Oh wait, I think I can. No, I can't. Since I'm not an admin.
I think you can make people. They're thinking about making people like executive privileges. Or what do they call co-producers or something?
Co-producers. You know what? You could do that now in Twitch.
Yeah,
I can have a guest star. I haven't tried it yet.
Talking about it here. I don't know if they can do it here. Yeah. So anyway, funny story last night. So some of you guys might know my little Chihuahua Mimi broke a leg and really bad and needed surgery. And she's been on all kinds of medication since the surgery, and she hasn't gone to the bathroom. She hasn't done number 2. And we were concerned about that. So when she went in for her 1-week checkup, we said she hasn't gone to the bathroom. So they did something to help her go to the bathroom. So last night, I come out of the shower and I don't even have my glasses on. And I step into the dark hallway because it was night, and I stepped on something. And I thought it was like a dog treat or something because she was feeding the dog. So I thought maybe one of the dogs dragged something into the hallway. And I go, what is that? And we turned on the light, and it was a big dog poop. But it was small enough because it was from a Chihuahua. But still, it was like, oh my gosh! I stepped right in it, right? So I didn't see anything. I thought I stepped on it, and it just stayed there, right? So I look at the bottom of my foot, and it's all over the bottom of my foot. And I just get out of the shower. So I was like, oh my gosh! So I walk back to the shower, and as I'm stepping, I'm creating footprints. So I get into the shower, and it was in my toes. It was everywhere. I was I thought it was this big, but I don't know, man. It was dark out.
We've apparently now turned this into nighttime chat.
Oh yeah. So I rinsed it off. So I took another shower, rinsed off my feet. She's like cleaning it up, and she's wiping down my tracks back to the shower, right? So I was like, holy cow. I says, well, it's nice to know she went to the bathroom. It's been a week, but holy cow, did she have to do it right there in the dark, right? So I get all cleaned up, and I walk to the hallway, and I go into the bedroom to get my clothes with the light off, and I stepped into 2 more, 1 with each foot. They were perfectly placed. It was like right foot, left. I'm like, this.
So what's worse? What's worse?
And so now I got it on both feet. So I can't even like hop to the bathroom to avoid spreading it. I had to walk again, and she comes in cleaning those 2 up, and then cleaning up both sets of footprints back to the shower, and it's all in my toes again. It's just like, you got to be kidding me. And I'm in the shower and I'm like, I'm gagging because it's like a dog crap.
Oh yeah, there's nothing worse than dog
and it's
poop.
like, oh, so I'm trying to rinse it off and I couldn't rinse it off. So I had to get in there with my fingers and work it out of my toes. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And so then I think I hit the shower thing so the water would rise up so I could like rub my feet out in it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, come on. So this time I think I got it right. So, okay. So that's my third shower in 5 minutes. Okay.
Let's hope that Allison trying to monetize this.
Oh, right. So I get out. And this time I'm tiptoeing and I'm turning on lights in every room I go in to make sure that there's no more. So she's got it all cleaned up. I got my feet cleaned up. There's no more footprints around the house. And I'm like, wow. I go, well, whatever they gave her worked. I'm glad she went to the bathroom, but did she have to do it in every room that I walked in and perfectly placed them? So I stepped in them. I couldn't miss them. I've missed them before. I've stepped in them. I'm like, whoa, that was close. This one, I hit them 3 times in a row.
Every once in a while.
So this time I put on socks and shoes. Okay. This time I'm not messing around. I'm not messing around. So I walked through the bedroom, which was cleaned up, through the hallway, which is cleaned up, and I go into the living room and I sit down and watch TV and I look and there's another one in the dining room, Studio C. She took a dump at Studio C. I'm like, there's another one. She's like, are you kidding me? There was another one at Studio C. So 3 rooms of the house, this dog took dumps in last night, all in a row, and I hit 2 out of the 3.
Every once in a while, we'll be walking behind a dog on a sidewalk, and the owner won't clean up after it. And I try like hell to avoid getting it on my wheels, just because, who's going to wipe it off? The wife. And she's just not going to be very happy with that. And sometimes there's just nothing you can do. And you got to take care of it. And luckily, we have a hose outside, which, so it's fine in the summertime that she's, hosing off the wheels. Because the last thing you want to do is drag that in and then drag it everywhere. Right. I know exactly what you're thinking of. So the last time I talked to you, Sarah my wife brought in food for me. And so I'm still at the end of my eggnog latte from the local coffee shop. Oh my God, is that ever good? I only do 1 or 2 of those a year. And so today was one of those days. And so she usually brings me something I can put butter on, like a muffin. Not today. Oh my God, what she brought me today was just absolutely incredible. A sticky bun.
Really?
Oh, coated and glazed in cinnamon and sugar. And
sounds good.
Oh, was it delicious. That was my lunch.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. All right. Let's see. Big Clue says it was a treat. All right. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Smelly Wrestling Geek says, I think every dog owner does that at some point. Yeah, no, I think you have to, right? And Big Clue says, sounds like cleaning up after the Red Sox front office. I can ban you from my Twitch streams. I never had it this extreme. No, that would be 3 or 4 times. No, that's the joy of owning a Chihuahua. I would think if that was CJ, your bigger dog, that you'd be able to see it and smell it and know it was there. I'm sure some of
that's what I thought too. I says, could this be CJ? And she's like, no, this is pretty big. So it was pretty small. It could have been, but CJ doesn't go in the house. He doesn't go in the house in years.
I'm surprised that Mimi went in the house, but after a week it was there. And how you doing, Will? WVogs 18. I can't put up the comments because I'm not an admin here. So wow. So this impromptu conversation has kind of gone all the way now.
You suggested it.
Yeah. Do this early enough in the day, and I'm awake, and so I'm all sugared up with that roll and this eggnog. Like, yeah, let's do it. So Al was talking about the tennis game and the Soccer Blast. You've had the tennis game. You haven't printed it out, right?
No, I haven't touched that yet. No.
Okay. And he also talked a little bit just before it came on about Dice United coming to the PC. Gary has a number of things coming up this year. I think Dice United is about to get, the way I read the newsletter, is about to get a redo. I think we're about to get Dice United 2.0 in essence.
Yeah, I think so.
After all the stuff with doing Stone Cold Hockey, which was the hockey version of Dice United, I think he learned enough from that to go through and take that to the next level. And he did announce that sometime in 23 there's going to be a PC version of Dice United, which I'm excited about.
Yeah,
I think that might, I think there is a market, I think, for casual, games that go to the casual fan of a sport, although I'm more of a hockey fan than a casual fan, but kind of goes with that quick storytelling, play the game, get your fill of the game, and move on type stuff. And I think that would work well for soccer. I know Al was about to talk about Soccer Blast, and I'm curious to hear his take on it. I don't think he'd gotten that far before he was rudely interrupted by Nurse Teresa. But very curious to take him on that. But I think for you especially, because you like to dip your toes into other things besides Mimi's droppings. I just see that would be like an ideal game for you as Al comes back. And so, Al, we were just talking about, I don't know if we were about to talk Soccer Blast before Dave came in. So talk about that.
Oh, the Soccer Blast?
We're not going to go through Mimi torturing Dave again.
Okay, I'll watch it on the replay. So,
we streamed a bunch of music. I hope you don't mind.
No, it's fine.
Zeppelin and Van Halen and things that don't get copyright strikes.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you for taking over. What? Yes, this is for about Play Games. Wonderful storytelling. Each game, I think I did the right thing for me when I got the tennis game first.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you can play it. I already said it, tournament style with the way golf is played, very similar to golf. I just take two tennis players and I play them, and I play point by point. And the thing that's really cool to me are the chips in tennis.
I love chips. Like Lay's. Do you like Lay's? I
like Lay's, and I like to get laid. Boom, boom. Is that too soon? Is it too early to do jokes like that?
It's 6 o'clock somewhere, Al.
It's 1 o'clock. It's lunchtime. It's good. It's good.
But I do like that you can use the chip to save a point or to try to win a point. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Red, white, and blue racing and the golf games do with the chips too.
Hello, IDJ. And I'll get to the chat and say, so
I covered most of the chat. I read it while you were gone.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Anything that's WVOG's on, it hasn't been shared yet.
Gotcha. Thank you. So I saw that. I think was I chatting with you or Dave on Facebook? And I saw there's a tennis game. I think it was Dave. No,
it was Dave.
You.
Oh, it was me? Yes, it was.
I saw there's a tennis game, and I looked at it, and once I saw that you could play shot by shot, we'll say, which is, again, is it the same as time travel tennis, which is an excellent game?
Oh my God, the stage has been cleared by that game.
No, is it a fun game for me? Yes.
I like how it kind of moves the narrative along.
Yes, it's quick.
Yep.
It was easy for me to understand. And again, I messed up some of the rules because in my head, the way I learn is I have to play. If I sit there and try to read a book, any type of rules, and don't try to play, I just, you know what I do? I don't want to play. But so that got me into the Play Games. I've been looking at Soccer Blast. I pulled the trigger on that during their sale. They have a real sale, meaning they give you a decent price off.
This year they had a good sale. I like the sale this year.
I'm enjoying Soccer Blast. I've played a half of a game and I fooled around with it before with like just trying to learn it. I got it. I think I've got it. Not as an expert, but I have enough where I can enjoy the game. The cards are small, and I'm just going to compare them to these. And that's the way the game is. It's not a knock on the card. They're just small, and
they are tiny,
and it's tough for me to read. Ron froze for a second. Ron, you like this for a second? Huh? Yes. So Soccer Blast is fun, but
what did you get with it?
Okay, for Soccer Blast, what I got was obviously the box. I mean, the thing. Comes with the New York Cosmos and Los Angeles Aztecs from the 1977 North American Soccer League.
Oh, that's right up your alley.
Yep, and then two English Premier teams, Manchester and Chelsea. I forgot what year. Good teams, though. They also, you get a download of a season. And I want to say it was 2016 MLS or 2018.
Oh, MLS,
so
okay.
You get a download. So you get a season You do get a season with these games. You get a download, and you get nice chart. Everything, the charts, the board's small. There's a wonderful mat if you're into. I didn't get the mat because I wasn't sure how much. I think I will eventually get the mat. But that led me to, I think, again, I was talking to Uncle Dave, or just in general to you, like, it could have been Ron again. I don't remember. I'm old. I forget things. I said I should have gotten the golf game because it's like tennis. I can play 1-against-1.
Yeah, I think you would like the golf game. I know Dave enjoys it a great deal.
Oh, I used to love when Dave. I remember Dave. I watched Dave's video. Let's see if Dave remembers. He was in his backyard in his golf attire, and he was sitting there talking about History Maker golf. Yes, let's remember as Dave plays the music. But yes, a very good game.
Yeah, that was during the shutdown when that summer I was at work, and I played a ton of games. And yeah, I played that 2 or 3 times a day. I would play a couple tournaments because they were 4 to 5 hours each, and I would start at supper time, and then I would go till 1 a.m. to finish it, and I couldn't stop playing it. It was such an addicting
game. The play
game.
Games, I'm going to use a word, robust. They have a robust. If you like fictional, I'm not a fictional person. They have a robust, like, fictional file.
All their games do, right?
Yes. So let me just get to History Maker Baseball and what lured me in.
Okay.
Because again, I've watched that in a lot of different channels.
Steve Tower.
I like to thank everyone in the YouTube community, the FOC, which is a broad term for friends of the channel, friends of the community. Lots of wonderful people, content creators. There's a lot of History Maker Baseball, a lot of Soccer Blast. I watched a lot of different videos. Steve Tower, Bob's Tabletop Sports, baseball demos. So I'm going to Anthony Crooks, Bleacher Bums Gaming Head, and there's a lot more other people, and I apologize if I don't remember because I was just clicking around and watching. And Keith Avalon does a nice little, they do quick little videos on just to get you started on how to play the game. Watched a lot of those. This is the Continental Baseball League. I did not know what the Continental, I thought this was, now it's fictional, but it's not. There's real players in it. Let me explain real quick. Let me just go. I'm going to share the screen.
That was a threat.
Yes.
Baseball.
I did not know what this was. So and what got me was
thank Bill Schaefer and Branch Rickey.
Yep. So what got me was, now let me find it.
Yeah, I'll tell the story real quick because remember the Dodgers and the Giants have moved out west.
Yep.
And so there was no National League team in New York City, and the National League was not real keen on expanding real quick. And so there was a threat to start the Continental League to be a third major league to put another team in New York besides the Yankees. And by God, somehow, some way, New York got an expansion team.
Well, these cards,
I don't know where the other cities were, but New York, but it was pretty much to.
Well, I can tell you the other
team in New
cities
York.
in a moment because they used the cities. They came up with their own team names, like Montreal. They're the Royal Blues. That wasn't going to necessarily be their real name, but they had a mock draft at some point. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. I love it. This is what got me to buy this game. First, I'd like to show you the cards. Completely, these are beautiful cards.
Oh my goodness, they look exactly like an early 60s baseball card, don't they?
That's what he was modeling it. I believe that's what Keith and all the other people who worked on this. So this is Ted Williams. Am I a fan of Ted Williams?
No.
So the concept was Ted Williams retired in 1960. Could he have played in this Continental League? They said yes. So they made a card, and he plays for Montreal. You assume he gets a lot of money, right? And it doesn't matter. These are games. We can pay them $1. It doesn't matter, right? But, and again, with play games, and I know people know this already, but with play games, there's no stats. There's a storyline of a rating. The rating is not a number. It is, are you a champion? Are you a slugger? It's interesting to me. It's actually fun to follow.
It's very different.
Yes.
Different.
You said that. And I'm glad. See, again, I listen to everything people say because Dave messaged me a couple of times. I think it was Facebook. And he said, there's a lot of little symbols and you have to take your time with it and pay attention. And I've made mistakes. I played a game. I played till 3 a.m. because I wanted to learn. I was having so much fun. And Teresa goes, are you going to go to bed? What time is it? 3 a.m. Holy cow. Because with me, you do need a bit. You got to spread it out a bit. I can't play it condensed because I'm trying to grab stuff and learn. But again, people know that there's no numerics on this. It's just very cool. So this is Ted Williams. Now I play with a DH in my league because I don't want to hassle with the. It's a Continental Baseball League. I'm playing it the way I want. But the cards are okay. I like this. This is beautiful.
It's a baseball card size card.
Yes, that actually he even says that in the little synopsis. The other thing I did not know about History Maker Baseball, you can actually take your old baseball cards. This is real cool. I don't know if I'll do it. You could take your old baseball cards, look at like the stats in the back, and go, this guy's a sad sack, this guy's a semi-slugger. You can make, which I knew that part, but that is really freaking cool.
Yeah, isn't it?
Captain Carl Aid's a big History Maker Baseball fan. He says each quality, yes, qualities. I said ratings, qualities. But these are beautiful. And again, no knock against the way the cards are. They do it for a certain reason, and that's fine. But I just want to show you something. Also, you get dice. I love dice. I love dice. I'm not going to tell you what I did with these dice, but I love them.
I don't know. If it's just the white one that Topo Gigio stole from you years ago, did you ever find that one?
Topo Gigio might make an appearance once again on the channel. So this is a stadium card, but this is the size of their regular cards.
It's almost like an oversized postage stamp, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, they are very small.
And again, people don't get mad at me. I'm just saying I like this better.
It's just what they are. Yeah, it is what it is. You know.
It is what it is. The game is marvelous. You also get this really cool book.
Have you played games? And have you played games?
Have I played what?
Have you played?
Yes, I believe he has played History Maker Baseball.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't catch all that.
Oh no! I played yesterday. I got it yesterday. I was so excited because, again, I wanted this set. It's so colorful. It's so beautiful. SGJ Jamie.
So yes, that's what she said.
Mike McAllister.
Hey, Mike.
Hope all is well. ID Gesture. I like Dave's comment where you have to check if the guy ate hamburger in the morning and drives a red car, then he makes the catch. Otherwise, home run. I like that. It's fun. It's a different way of looking at it.
It's different.
It's fun. You get this book, and again, people, I'm excited because I never played this game before, but I love the cards. The cards are beautiful.
It is very different, and we did poke some fun at it back in the day when it was just like, does he like ham sandwiches? Because that's partly true. Is because when you start the game, I read the whole directions. I haven't played a game yet, but when I read the directions, what did it say? It says you roll the dice to see what the clubhouse mood is, you know, and then something happens. So it's not too far fetched to say did they get gassed from breakfast? Because
that's part of it. Now,
that's part of it's in the game. So you find out how the team is feeling before you go into the game. So even though we ribbed them for a little bit, that's part of the game to determine the pregame values.
Yes, and that was the most difficult. This is gonna sound silly. The pregame stuff, I was like,
I got lost.
It was daunting me. So then
got
I
lost.
said,
Yep.
I'm not gonna look at the rule thing. I'm just gonna look at these charts. Okay, it says I have to roll for mood. I used the decider die because it was the first game, and I might just do that anyway. Or you don't even have to do that stuff, but it does make a difference in the game a little bit. So I rolled the decider die. They were both semi-discontent. Okay, I got that down, right? I did the weather check, which I didn't think I was going to do. I said, what the hell? Might as well do that. Thank God there was no weather effects. Because I would have went, what? And then I did the hot and cold. Again, if you're playing a season out, you can do it logically. But because it was my first game, and do you have to, you can just roll and say that guy's hot, that guy's cold, however you want. I forgot how I came up with it. I think I rolled the dice, and my point was if it's higher than a 9, it's going to be the 9 batter. And if it's anything else, it'll be that bad. I rolled the 2 dice, right? And so you get a hot, you get a cold. I think I did that right my way. And then you just get into the game, you start playing. I took my time. I read the charts. The rule, again, probably because it's different to me. The rules, little confusing to me. But as I played and I would pull it up and I go, I kind of understand this. But that being said, they do have, if you watch the Keith Avalon video, again, it's a short tutorial. It explains certain things. And he says, you can't go through everything. But there's also, and There's a link somewhere, and I have it saved, where they give you, someone put up, oh, I watched Al Wilson's videos too on PLAAY Games. He did an excellent job.
Yeah, Al does a great
Wilson,
job with those.
job. A lot of great free stuff he put up there. If you like, he put up all these, you can print them up yourself, ballparks. Incredible. So Al Wilson, I watched a lot of his stuff too. But there is a an example where they go play by play, and I wish I could find, I have it somewhere. I save all these links when I get a game because I want to go back, and that helped me out a lot too. So it's plays differently, but what really drives the game, and again, people are going to be like, no kidding, Al, who played, but I've never played the game. But this book is fun. I got the smaller, I guess you can get a larger size, but I didn't want to pay the extra money. But basically you roll, and you have, you start off and you read left to right, and it's 3 dice, and you go, you just roll. Color doesn't matter, right? I mean, they give you red, white, red, blue, black.
But you go what, large to smaller, small to large, or whatever.
Small to large. And so say if we rolled a 1-1-1, is the pitcher an ace? Question mark. So is he an ace? If he is, ground out to third. Play done. Then you just progress, and then you have these other little charts where, like, if you ate the hamburger and you have the shits. Yeah. Can you say that shits? Yeah. Probably gonna get demonetized. I don't care.
At Christmas
with me that I tried to play it a couple of times, and again it was daunting with all the pregame stuff, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll skip that, but it's like that's kind of an important part of the game.
It is.
And then when I get into the game, and maybe just I wasn't. I mean, I'm a casual baseball guy, so I kind of was getting lost in some of it. It just seemed like that there was so much you had to remember, and it kind of hit you all at once, and it wasn't clicking with me. It just and some games do, like season ticket baseball. The more I look into that, the more I realize how difficult of a game that is. There's a lot going on in that, but it just clicks with me. And so that game I picked up really fast. The History Maker, I tried, and it just at every turn I was confused, and it was like, okay, there's another symbol. Now this guy, if he got a hit on his last at bat, that means something different. And if the pitcher did this and he's hot, then there was just. I felt like there was 800 things I needed to remember, and I just said, you know something, I'm gonna another day.
But the basics of PLAAY Games show up elsewhere. Gary Brown.
I didn't have that problem with golf or racing or hockey.
There is a lot of, and I think the reason why, like if I did hockey, why I'd probably get miserably confused. Again, what Dave said, that was exactly my hesitant to purchase this game, and it was I said, I'm going to sit down. I'm not going to do with some other games where I look at it. I said, I bought this game. I want to like this game. I have to sit here, spread. I originally had it. This is what I was originally going to do. I was going to stream, and it was going to be help me learn History Maker Baseball. I tried to set it up. My table right here to the right of me is way too small. I can't do it here the way I wanted to do it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do a stream tomorrow and just say, if I have time, my thoughts on the game. I sat, like I told you, I sat at the kitchen table, made sure Captain Fantastic didn't do anything incredibly stupid, and we played, and he watched me, and that was it. But I had the same feelings that Dave said about the pregame stuff, and then I just, like I said, the way I handled it was I looked at the chart, I interpreted the chart the way I thought, and I rolled, and I went with it. There are things hot and cold with the pitchers. I don't know if I did that correctly, but I never had the point. I looked, if a pitcher gives up a hit, he's semi-cold or something like that, and you roll to see if your pitcher is. You do something.
But doesn't that happen though with any game? That the three of us might sit there and all play the same game, but interpret the rules differently. You go back far enough back, it's a Monopoly. Do you put the money in the free parking for the doubles or no? 17,000
Geek says, casual baseball fan, Dave. Really? How many baseball games do you own now?
I could still be a casual baseball fan. What I mean by that is I'm not into it like I am with hockey, where I know everything about hockey, whereas baseball, I don't know how to play all the the thises and the that's and switch hitters and double shifts and bringing. That's what I mean by casual. I don't know that stuff.
But my point being that we could all play Strat and
Yes.
each look at the rules differently for certain things. And so why would it be any different for History Maker Baseball? You look
It's
at
just a different way of looking at how to play
Yeah.
a game.
yeah,
And
exactly.
I do like it. I wouldn't come on here and lie about that. I really enjoyed it. Whether I stream it on my channel or not, I don't know, because I don't have the. I go slow with it. With this game, I visualize everything anyway. Whether I'm playing Strat, Pine Tar, boxing games,
Right.
whether they're on the PC or on the tabletop, and there is an enjoyment about playing tabletop. But I've said this, and it's good news to me. Is Dice United will be coming to PC next year, I believe, and that's a Gary Brown game.
Gary Brown, yeah.
Stone Mountain Press. Dice United is a really fun soccer game. I bought the PDF for that, but you come home, you do whatever you got to do. I'm going to be honest. Would I like to most of the time sit down and play card and dice? Because there is an enjoyment to that. Yes. Then I got to write out alignment, or I got to fill out the score sheet, and I'm like, you know what? I want to play a game. So when I have time, I want to play card and dice. I play a card and dice Glory Days boxing a lot off the channel. But it's kind of fun to come home and go, I can just warm up the PC. Doesn't mean I don't get both. I have both Stone Cold Hockey, card and dice, and PC. I enjoy both. And, okay, someone might say, well, you spent more money. Okay, that's my dollars, right? And someone might say you're stupid. Okay, whatever, that's fine. But I learned the game card and dice first, so now when I watch the PC, I know what's going on.
Oh yeah,
I know what's going on. There's something that makes me happy about that. Where Legends of Boxing, I don't have the no knock on the card and dice. A lot of charts, a lot of math in boxing. Even with any boxing game, there's math. Glory Days Boxing, I made an Excel spreadsheet to do the math. I don't want to stop and again, no knock on any game. I just don't want to do the math. I do math all day at work. Don't want to do it when I come home. But the card, there's something about rolling the dice and figuring it out. Ron talks about that. And Ron, he uses obviously the PC for that, but he's like his immersion of he likes to know the engine, and that's why
it's amazing how that transition happened. Because all my gaming is pretty much PC, and I hadn't really thought about it till I got hooked up with Whoosy Whatsy down there, and we started going through and having to play more games because you can't talk about the same 3 games all the time, and it really became the more open the engine, the more I liked it, and it was just kind of putting the puzzle together.
Now,
And
Dave, the open engine. Like Ron talked, because again, you're talking about that. I was playing with Captain Fantastic out back, listening to little more than newest Digital Dice episode 163, the tiebreaker. I remember the right word. Check it out.
Good feedback on that. That was a fun episode.
Oh, I'm enjoying it. I was telling Ron before you came on, Uncle Dave. Sometimes I listen all the way through one shot, right? And then I go back and listen again. And other times, because again, things didn't work out yesterday the way I wanted at work. And when I came home, I was aggravated. I've been listening in sections and doing stuff. And it's great topic. I left a little comment. Usually I just leave a smiley face because I'm listening and I just enjoy. The reason why I play my games, nostalgia, retro memories, right? And the what if factor. Even if you're playing a season replay.
Oh, it's always a what if. Yeah, especially with
I might do it a little different. I like to do. Sometimes I play straight up, right? But I get to make my changes. I want this guy to pinch hit now. Well, they wouldn't have done that. Well, this team doesn't score runs. I got this guy sitting on the bench. I better get my runs now.
I did a game for someone who wanted me to do it and then didn't wake up to watch it. I won't mention any names. West Coast goat sitter.
ID Gesture asks, are they going to make this a computer game? This would be a fabulous. I don't think because that's not their thing.
Yeah.
No, it would be nice. I'd like to be able to play something of them.
This would be a fabulous PC game. It would be, and again, that's not their shtick.
Anyway, so yesterday I was doing a game for a West Coast goat sitter who slept all the way through it. And so I'm doing the
Good to
50
hear, Mike.
the Dodger teams for the Steve Tate's 5-year slices.
Great
Aren't
season.
they? In fact, he's released 2 new ones. I got sent them yesterday. I got to take a look. We'll show them off tomorrow at noon on Twitch as I plug my own stuff. And so I'm doing the 50s Dodgers and the Gas House Gang Cardinals. And so the other
30s, right?
Yeah, the 30s, yeah. And so all the other ones I've done with a DH, just because who the hell wants to see a pitcher hit? I don't. And so yesterday's game between 2 old-fashioned National League teams used a DH. I'm sure that I'll get death threats for that, but again, that's what
Uncle Ron, there's so many good players on that. Again, it's not like an all-star because there are players who are just utility guys. You need those guys. But I use a DH in everything. It's my way. It's the way I want to play. Card and dice, it saves me a couple of moves.
Especially card and dice.
And I enjoy it that way.
Something else. I've been going the opposite route of that. For years that I've been, the few years I've been playing the baseball cards and dice or whatever, I would strictly only play American League because I wanted to avoid pitchers hitting. Growing up in Boston, we only saw American League.
That's all we did.
And anytime I turned into a game where I saw pitchers hit, they would just strike out or foul off a bunt. It's like no one wants to see a pitcher hit. Okay, nobody wants to do that, and that was kind of what we grew up with. And so I would ave playing National League because I didn't want to deal with pitchers hitting. I thought it was stupid because I didn't grow up with it. And it's like, they would always take the pitcher out for a pinch hitter, and then they go through like 77 pitches. But lately I've been trying to take on the National League challenge. I've been playing some National League games in which the pitcher hits, and I'm really enjoying trying to decide whether to let the pitcher hit or to pinch hit and take them out. It's been enjoyable. And I played a game last night. I'm in 79. I was playing the Pirates at the Expos in 79. And there were 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And I had whoever was pitching, I don't know if it was Blyleven or if I had Tecalve in at that point. But there were 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And I was like, do I take this pitcher out who I want to use in the next inning for a pinch hitter with 2 outs? Or do I just let him hit and just figure that the inning's over? So I let him hit and he popped up, but I got to use him the next inning. I didn't have to bring in a fresh pitcher. So I'm kind of enjoying going to the National League and finding how to work around the pitchers hitting. I avoided it forever, and now I'm kind of enjoying the different play.
When I covered the Nationals, wow, 20 seasons in the base hockey game for DK Sports for $79. When I covered the Nationals, of course, as an American League fan, the Nationals, Dave's Expos, are a National League team. And so I had to learn that again about not only pitching changes, but double switches, and do you leave the pitcher in? And if you change the pitchers,
Red Sox manager a few years back, who I'd like to forget his name, and I did already. I can see him. There's a
it was John Farrell who got the pitcher.
How do you not know how to do a double switch? Not you guys. John Farrell, you dope. You dope.
I don't even know what that is.
A double switch is okay. So I'm gonna pinch hit for my pitcher, but I'm gonna remove my weakest hitter or a bad fielder or whatever.
Usually, like if you're gonna do the double switch, so the pitcher that you're bringing in will still be the ninth, not ninth, but in the traditional first lineup, but ninth coming up, sort of.
So let's say your worst fielder bats second, and so you pinch hit for the pitcher. You bring in you, for instance, or Al, and Al can play first base, and your regular first baseman is full of poop. And so you start the next inning with a number 3 person in your lineup. So you leave in the batter in the 9 spot. Yep. And the pitcher goes into the 2 spot.
And it just takes longer to get to him.
And so it's a double switch. And so again, some strategy there.
Okay, so let's just say that you get the third batter is up. So you would take out the second hitter.
If you go to pinch hit, so when you go to pinch hit for the pitcher, regardless, so late in the game, you can either not use the pinch hitter in the game, or leave the pinch hitter in the game, but you got to take someone else out of the lineup. So let's say you're switching catchers or something like that. You would put the pitcher into the spot of the other player that you're replacing. You wouldn't want to do it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you bring in Carlton Fisk to pinch hit for the pitcher in the 9th spot.
Right.
Keep him at catcher. Take out
The
Bob
catcher.
Montgomery
Yeah.
Right.
at the 7th spot, and that's when
Right.
you would insert the pitcher.
Right.
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
Yeah, but John Farrell,
Monday
John-
demos. Supposed to be Monday.
John Farrell couldn't figure that out. So IDJ's big sale, and Dave Cook always has great sales, as we know.
Because the baseball game is released Monday, ID.
I have that one. Well,
Yeah,
I
I bought it.
pre-ordered.
Yep.
And he did
Actually, to
wonderful
pay for it
games.
this year.
All
Someone
the
gave me-
games we play, again, I say this all the time because people give people guff sometimes. Play the games you like. If
Mhm.
you like Baseball Mogul and you're having fun, or if you like Strat and you're having fun, or
Play
if
the
you
snot
like,
out of it.
Yeah.
whatever game, out of the ballpark, Strat hockey, Strat basketball, action PC baseball, play the games. And if someone's playing a game that you don't like, is it really necessary?
Yeah.
And then I get it's a free country. Yeah, it is.
But
Is it
here's
really
the thing.
necessary?
Sometimes somebody's playing a game, and you might say, "Oh, why are you playing that?" But give
it
the
to
game
yourself.
a try. Give the game a try. You might just
Actually,
like it. There's been some
Dave's
games
being
that
a little more correct with what he. Yeah, give the game
but
a
there's
try.
been some games I'm looking at. It's like, why are you playing that game? But then I play it. It's like, oh, this actually ain't so bad. You know?
And sometimes you play a game you just don't like it. And it doesn't mean it's a bad game, not for you.
It just doesn't meet whatever
Doesn't
you
click.
want.
Yeah, doesn't click.
There is
So,
no
yeah,
such thing as
as
a
long-
perfect game.
As long as you play a hockey game, you're fine. Anything else sucks. Okay.
I have to say the Stone Cold Hockey is very addictive.
It is, wasn't it?
Some games you can play in, I'm not lying, 3 minutes.
Oh yes.
Now, again, I like to visualize. Then there's other games you're getting like the one-time roll, and you're sitting there. But you know what? I had that New Jersey stinks. And they actually tied somebody, or they won in overtime, a good team. I was like,
What year are you using?
I'm using the year with, it's an 80 season.
Oh, 83, 84. That was the year of the Mickey Mouse game, Dave, wasn't it?
Yeah, New
Because
Jersey was
the
terrible.
Oilers have no defense, but they score at will.
Oh, yeah. It's
It's
Dean,
a lot of fun.
it's Dean
their
Smith on
defense is like a
skates.
1, right? Their defense is a 1.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't believe that.
Yeah, and but their offense is, so if they get the puck, they score. If they don't get the puck, they give up a goal.
How you doing, Mr. Tower?
Mr. Steve.
Steve
Yeah,
Tower, big play games guy. And again,
Steve played a soccer game last night, and
Yeah,
it was
don't ruin it, don't ruin it.
7-6. It was 7-6.
No, it
Or
wasn't.
something like that. It was a high scoring game. I thought he was playing his Patriots replay because I'm like, why is there so many points in this game? Is this football or soccer? So Steve's
he did
dice
the
run
pre-play
hot
of the
when he
World
plays
Cup.
soccer.
Pre-play of the World Cup. Soccer
Do
blast.
they score 7 goals in a World Cup game? They do
Yes.
on Steve's channel.
Yeah, Germany.
Germany beat Brazil 1 year 7-1.
I heard
Yeah,
that
a
they
few-
pulled the
oh,
goalie.
You want it? That was I'm not a big. Just because Brazil always you would beat Italy, right? So great players, love Pele, love all their players, but I don't root for them in World Cup action. I don't think I've ever rooted for Brazil. And when Germany beat them 7, I just sat there and I went,
That was one of those ones. I'll show you my reaction to that game as I was watching it.
yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Just
I
one of
couldn't
those
believe
things.
it.
It's kind of like
This
how I
World-
felt when Germany got knocked out in the first round this year.
This World Cup's been crazy.
Hasn't it?
It's been fun to, and again, I've only watched a few games live, but I've watched the highlights because it's the timing. I'm at work and it's tough to watch. I was lucky to see the couple of U.S. games because I was on vacation during that time period.
England and the U.S. played the day before my birthday. What a nice birthday present.
The happy birthday, belated. I've already said happy birthday.
You already said happy
Right.
birthday. I wasn't trying
Happy
to draw that.
birthday. I know. Again, so Big Clue says, amen, fellas.
Yeah, you do you, and that's exactly what it is for
And
games.
again, I guess my point is because sometimes I go on Facebook and I see someone, and maybe they're being funny, but when you type stuff, it doesn't translate well. And I'm
Right.
reading it like, why would you? I'm not even talking about stuff I put up. I could care less because I'll comment right back to you. It's the way I am. But someone's putting something up, they're sharing it. If you don't care for what they're sharing, just move on. If it's not just move on.
Yeah.
It's better, believe me. So, but a lot of fun games. I'm enjoying the play games. I almost picked up the golf. I'm like, no, I'm going to learn these games.
I think you'd enjoy the golf.
Golf is awesome. Golf is awesome.
It's the chips with the tennis. I keep going back. There's no chips in baseball. You know, not like the way you have like you can tennis, you can save a point or you can go for a winner, so on and so forth. I know there's chips in golf because when I used to watch Earl from Delaware play and he did the fictional golf thing, but it was fun, right?
Right.
And you go, should I use the chip? And I'm always like, use the chip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is so much fun. It's like, do you use the chip to make an easier putt or steal the hole? Or the chips are really fun in golf. They are really, really fun.
Steve Tower, check out that wonderful channel after further review. Al, I've been enjoying your tennis videos. Let me tell you about my tennis. I don't play the game perfect, but it's helped me learn because people leave comments. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense, or I did that wrong. And he says, yes, I like the golf. If you like the tennis game, you'd like the. Again, I don't do the tournament thing. I like to do one against one.
Just pick some people, yeah.
Pick some people or four against. You know, like
if you get the golf game, I think one of the first thing I did was like just grab 4 golfers and just play 18 holes with 3 or 4 golfers, and that was fun. But the tournament, let me tell you, the tournament in golf, okay,
it's fun.
And I talked about it in the video I did a couple years ago, is that you start with all these cards and you have them face down in piles and you whittle them down. And so it's like a blind draw, okay? And sometimes you open it up to pick the best guys and put them in it, but sometimes some guy sneaks in and some guy like Tiger might not make the cut. It's like, holy cow, take the top 3 cards, everybody else is out. Tiger's out. Oh my gosh, he had a bad day. So you whittle it down, and then when you get to finally play on Sunday and you start with the I think you get like 10 or 12 people, that's who's left, and you start with the top 3, the bottom 3 tee off, and then they play hole 1, and then you have them play hole 2, and then the other 3 start on hole 1. So you watch the day progress, and finally the top 3 come into the tee box on 1, and you watch who hangs around and who makes up strokes and who falls off. And during the day, if you fall below 6 strokes off the lead, then you don't go hole by hole anymore. You just you go off to the side and you get a generic roll. You know, and so you're basically
it's beautifully done.
It is so fun. Well, it looks like you're watching it on TV.
Yes,
because you're like,
okay,
this guy's coming. This guy's on 18. He's 3 strokes back. Do we spend a chip? Do we go for it because he needs to make up a stroke? What do we do? And then so he makes up a stroke and he's 3 back. And then all of a sudden the leaders start to bogey holes. So the guy in the clubhouse is still alive. You know, while these guys come down, and you're watching this play out like it's on TV. It's really something else.
I had such the golf bug because our good friend Pesky Paul and Ron plays this game a lot too. The ASG golf. Again, I think because they have a sale coming up on the 19th.
Yes.
I assume that's part of their sale. So I hope
10% off. I wanted to talk about that because I was going to ask, have you ever I've joked around with a Tommy Tomato can for Legends of Boxing, but you must have did this with Madden or some of the console games. Make yourself and put yourself into it.
Yes.
And so I did that a while ago for ASG Golf because, and I just decided to try to do a whole series of streams based on myself. And I gotta tell you, because Pesky Pole is right. You put the greatest golfers in against itself, and they just tear the joint, regardless of where you play.
Yep.
They tear the joint apart, and it's not okay. Yeah, that's fine. But playing as myself against the greatest golfers of all time has been an absolute blast, because I think when you're looking at it and seeing your own card, and going, I don't want to mess this up. And then when you mess up the shot and you try to say Bucky Dent as many times as possible because you don't want to get demonetized later on YouTube. And it really has been, I thought I would do maybe 10 tournaments. I'm going to start number 8 in my first major next week.
I think people really, because
it really is something different.
People are enjoying it. And that's, if you stream, there's 2 ways of streaming. One, you have to enjoy what you're doing. I always say this.
Absolutely.
Because it comes out when you enjoy what you're doing. And people will come watch, and it takes a while to grow your channel, especially with what we do. We don't come on here. We don't talk certain things. We might joke about certain things, but we don't really talk about that.
Right.
We don't do my all-time, and I'm guilty. I watch these videos. The first time I ever saw Larry Bird play, I didn't know he was this. Shut the up. You're supposed to be a basketball. I don't care if you're 12. You don't know who Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, these people, they do it for views. And then once one video comes up, they all do it. Oh my God, I can't believe Magic Johnson was this. Shut the up.
Tell us how you really feel, Al.
Michael Jordan is that good? Shut the up. Those videos, and I'm guilty. I'll watch.
Oh, we all do. We all do.
Going, are you kidding me? Wow, he's about as good as LeBron. Let me tell you something. Any of these guys playing now, they're very good. Don't get me wrong. LeBron James does his dunk, right, and does all that crap. He comes down the lane again against the Knicks, right? The Knicks, Pat Riley's Knicks. Guess what's going to happen to LeBron James when Oakley and Mason get a hold of him?
Clothesline.
Break his leg.
Yeah, clothesline him.
Yeah. They ain't going to be like, oh, LeBron's the king. They're going to be like, I'm going to stomp my foot through your ass. LeBron
but that goes
James.
for all sports. So think about football. When they go in the end zone and they're doing this in the end in the 70s, they'd be getting their legs broken during the celebration. It's sports are just different. They're really different.
There is, and I forgot where I found it because the NFL and AFL tried to bury this in the vault.
The hits.
And somehow,
No.
fight between Oakland and Kansas City back in the last days of the AFL, and it is the most violent football fight I have ever seen.
Yeah. And again, I don't want to see anyone get hurt. I was doing a stream the other day. Oh, Pro Strategy Football 2023, which I love. Highly recommend the game.
Yep.
And because Kelso, remember he wore that big helmet. Again, concussion because he thought it would help him. And again, God bless him. And I made the great Gazoo helmets that they use now, like back
Yes.
They don't help. There's more. I have no stats. I just watch. It seems like there's just as many or more concussions now with the great Gazoo helmets than they were back then.
The guys are huge nowadays. The guys are huge.
So
you go watch one of those old college football games on YouTube, and it's Keith Jackson talking about the offensive lineman being a big boy at 255 pounds.
Yeah, and that's
what?
That's
it's like, come on, that's almost a safety today.
But it makes me laugh when they do those videos. Anyway, I played some golf, Action PC golf the other day, and I'm playing as Arnold. Please forgive me. I know I play as you, and I'm not the best Action PC golf person. And I love you, Arnold Palmer. God bless you. I just love Arnold Palmer. And I feel bad, but I'm actually 2 strokes after 2 rounds down. I'm under 2, right? 2 under. But I'll tell you, sometimes I wonder why I miss my 84% putt and the other dude doesn't.
Don't get me started on that game.
Yeah.
And once in a while, the other dude, like the computer says, oh, he's on to us. We better miss this little this little putt. Because I'm sitting there going, are you kidding me? Now my worst shots are my shots in close. But the more you play, the more and it's been a while. So I was like, okay, I got this down. So I finally put one in. I go, I need to birdie these holes. I have 3 consecutive holes. I have decent shots of birdieing. 75%, 80. See, I remember 82 something, like 82. And then another one, 89%. I missed 3 freaking putts. I'm like,
but as I say, when I get a runner thrown out trying to steal, 83 is not 100.
I was playing Action PC baseball the other day. Offline, I go, 88%. I got to score on this. Then you watch the little ball coming in. I'm like, is my guy running in mud and does he have crap in his pants? Run! He's out. It's like my field goal kicking. I laugh. It doesn't matter.
Oh, we do too, Al.
So lots of great sales coming up still.
There's a Steam sale coming up right after Christmas.
Yeah. There's a couple of like shooting zombie games I'm going to pick up. Might throw them on the channel for ha-has. That's always the best when you play something different. People come on and go, this isn't
do they still do downloads DLC for Strange Brigade? I loved when you played that game. You would do
I
that
might
on Sunday
bring that- I
afternoons.
have it on Steam.
Yes.
And I figured out I got stuck in the last part because I didn't have the right weapon. When you play solo, you can't win with that weapon. At least I can't. And I saved, what was funny about Strange Brigade was I saved all my money to get that BAR, Browning Automatic Rifle. And then I got it, and it was great. And then what happens is you can't load it fast enough. And things start coming at you. I'm like, but
I mean, that was great.
I have it on Steam because I picked it up really cheap a few years back. There's a game where it could be a scary game. It's a game, right? I'm saying, but they put comedy in it. So now it's no longer, it's like funny. But yeah,
no, it was hilarious.
The guy, I hate cats. The guy kept going, oh, I hate cats. You had to like shoot the cat statues, and he'd shoot. As soon as you shoot one, he goes, I hate cats. Like he had a couple of different comments. I hate cats, you know. But yeah, that was a fun game. The other thing I like when sometimes you play something odd on your channel that you don't know, people go, I don't want to watch this. And most people just say it's not my thing, but you always get that one person who's never been on here and they leave like this obnoxious.
Like, what are you doing this for?
Yeah.
I played a game on original Xbox called Mercenaries, and it was a game where you were brought in as a mercenary and you were in North Korea fighting, and you had to get the deck of cards. It was like all 52 cards from the two of hearts to the ace of spades, and everybody had a value, and you had to go and it was in North Korea. You had North Koreans, China, and I think like a United States conglomerate, and you were playing between all three factions, and the game was split into two different things. So you had the first part, and then it said you want to go to the second half of the game and complete it. You can't come back to the first half. So I think you went from different parts of North Korea. Anyway, I got a bunch of dynamite and I blew up a bridge. And in this game, the idea was you could blow up anything. In fact, when I finished the game, I would order rocket launchers and just destroy buildings. And this game was fantastic. It was just a world of destruction, right? Well, anyway, I'm playing the game and I blew up the bridge. I blew up this big bridge. And all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you can't go to the second half of the game because you blew the bridge up. So I had to revert to an old save. I had to go back to an old save because I wrecked the game because I blew up the bridge. And there was a black market that I would get all my stuff from.
Can't get there anymore.
And I blew the building up. Just for fun. I just put like C4 all over the place and blew it up and watched it. And then when I called up my phone to order more stuff, they're like, we're out of order right now.
That's funny. What game was this again?
Mercenaries on original Xbox.
Oh my God, that's
it
funny.
Was so.
I'm gonna give you the Wyatt face when you just. Oh,
yeah. I never finished it because I couldn't finish the last mission was just ridiculous.
Funny.
But I think I got a code somehow and I finished the game with like an invincibility code. And I was like, there's no way I could ever finish this without the invincibility code. But that game was so much, just the idea that you could just put C4 on buildings and blow it up and blow up tanks and blow up cars and steal whatever car you wanted to. That was just such a big sandbox.
Sounds a little like Grand Theft Auto.
It was very Grand Theft Auto-ish back in the day where you could just, blow up stuff, and if you blew up a tank, then you'd make the North Koreans mad, so you had to go do something for them to get them off your back, but that would piss off the Chinese. And it was such a juggling game between the factions as you were blowing stuff up, but it was just fun. It really was.
That's awesome. Question from Arnold Hunter: NASCAR PC games.
I think there's definitely a market for a good PC sim for any of the racing games. We're not talking about the driving games such as iRacing or F1, the F1 series, but there is a motorsport manager. But again, that's a little too complex. Yeah. But just kind of like as a replay game, yeah. I mean, I've done motorsport, which is so creative. It's from Owsat Games over in England, and it's all PDFs. And you take a real life race and you rate your own drivers based on where they started.
Is that a Roberto Chavini game?
No, it's not a Roberto Chavini game. It's a
I know he had racing games, but I don't think he has
Daring Racers is pretty good too. Yeah. But this specific one, you can race any race pretty much ever, as long as it's not a rally race. All you need to know is where they started and where they finished. And then you go through the tables, you grade them, and then it's a 6-segment race or whatever. And it's quite fun. That could be easily computerized for that And I did the Indy 500. It's the first time ever we did a same day replay, and I probably will do that again
I
next year.
remember that. That was a few years back.
No, that was this year. It was I did the 22 Indy 500 the same day.
You did that via Excel spreadsheet, right?
On a spreadsheet.
Okay.
It's right. So it's not the most streamable game, and because there's a lot of dead rolls, no one's going to watch me play a racing game for 2 hours. But it's a very good game and gives you the feel of a car race. But yes, I do think that there is a niche market for a good auto racing, like Daring Racers. Have the dice come up and see where they are.
I always check Steam and I just hit sports because I always look to see if they have interesting sports games.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're the goofy hockey game I picked up, played for a few hours and got tripped constantly. We might bring that back for New Year's Eve. I just got to play a little bit so I learn how to trip people. That was kind of fun. So that's really interesting. And then D. Scott Howard, yeah, that's the argument that again, play the games that you like.
Right.
And if you like APA, PC Replay Baseball, fabulous. That game, I've been playing the 1976 replay, mostly the Red Sox. You know what I've learned? I think I like when I do a replay, just pick one. Sometimes I pick American League, obviously the Red Sox and the Mets. But then I found I'm just going to play all the Red Sox games. And then if I want to pick a game like you got, like Uncle Dave does, just pick a game and play it. You don't sit there and go, oh, I got to, like in my mind, I have to play every Mets game if I do that.
The one thing, and I know he's not going to watch this, I'd like to see Digital Diamond do in a future version is be able to pick that and have those games automatically come up. So if I wanted to do a Red Sox replay, BYOG, bring my own game, all I'd have to worry about are the Red Sox games.
So you just get their schedule. That's all you'd see.
That's all you would see.
Awesome. I
would love that. And then you can either.
So if you're a Yankee fan, or
I think you can select Red Sox though.
Yeah, but I don't. But you got to go through, and it's kind of different. I just want that game to pop up day by day by day, and then it can play the rest of them in the background. Because really, I think what most people do when you talk about a full season replay, it's more of a single team replay. Yes, you can, and make sure that they're always used for.
Well, I think if you go in and you select the team, if you go into the team editor and hit the thumb, I think, and you select that team, when you go to the schedule, that'll make it. When you go to the schedule and you have out of town scores on, and you go to play the Red Sox game, the other games will play automatically, and then you go the next day, and it'll never play the Red Sox game automatically. It'll save it for you. So I think if you play the game, the others will play alongside of you.
Right. So when I normally do a single team replay, I really don't care about what the other teams do.
Right, because you're just playing that out.
Right. I know that, and that's just me. It's
the SGJ Jamie talking about videos of people going, "Wow, that guy was good." Time to scrap that Babe Ruth video. It was good. Yes. That's another fun thing. If you're not sure about, like, say, a history maker baseball, and again, it's not exactly, but if you go to their site and you click on, there's a free, like a community link. I forgot how I saved it. I don't know exactly how to get there. That's why I save it. But they have a home run derby, and I'm pretty sure I think Baseball Demos played it way back when.
I think he has, yeah.
You don't need the game. You don't need players, because you can go on that free, the community created, just pick some players from there. You roll the 3 dice, and you look at their traits, and it's either a home run or it's not. That's kind of fun. That I can put on the channel, because I can do that on Excel, and I can even roll the dice if I want, or just do the dice roller, which I had fun doing that with Glory Days Boxing. I still like rolling their own dice, but because I have someone who loves my channel, thank you very much, Golden Eagle 99, I try to make something special every time he requests something. So I said, let's do it this way. Let's put the game board up. Let's kind of do a little PC version, even though it's still card and dice, and I'm clicking on the dice roller, which is fabulous. I do like dice roller for certain things.
Have you tried the Vassal version of Glory Days Boxing?
No, but someone did a really, really nice job.
I'd be curious to see how well that works, because
if you, I want to say it was Mr. Wrestling 2, I think, who did that. I think. And if you email him and say, yes, I've gotten the game and I'll vouch for you that you do have the game, he'll give you the code and how to do it.
Okay.
He just doesn't give it away, which we're happy about that. Anthony.
Yes. No, it should only go to people to buy.
First
But as
of all-
someone who proofread the directions, I know quite a bit about that game.
Yeah. So Glory Days Boxing, awesome game, reasonably priced, PDF, dirt cheap, printed dirt cheap. Went up a little bit because costs for paper have gone up. Shipping. What ridiculous. So
I want to give a shout out. I haven't played this game, but I've read through the directions. Pirate Football. Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay. Friend of a friend of a friend.
Is it card and dice or PC?
This is all card and dice, which is why I'll have a hard time playing it. Sabertooth Baseball. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Okay. So the guy that did Sabertooth Baseball has come up with the derivative of, well, pay dirt, essentially, except for its college team. So go to Bowlbound. Did you ever play Bowlbound?
Yes. On the PC. You can pick that up on Steam. Probably plays better on the tabletop because
I'm sure it does. Dave, we've talked about pay dirt before. It's all about teams as opposed to players.
Right.
And so this guy apparently used to be big into the college football scene. And so, okay. And so he is an older gentleman. He goes by Saber Game, I think, on Delphi. And so he knows a lot about college football. And so our Big Dave on my Twitch stream said, I think you might like his baseball game. So Dave bought me the baseball game, which I've looked at. And when the game creator saw who he was buying this for, said, here, take a look at my college football game and tell me and see what you think. Now, if you're familiar with pay dirt, it is a certain amount of plays, right? A certain amount of plays, and then you roll for offense and defense. I played pay dirt in college 1,000 years ago. So help me out there with it. But am I generally in the ballpark for that, Al?
Because I've only played it on the PC. I'm not play dirt, but
Bowlbound.
I've never played. I've seen people play dirt on
pay
YouTube.
dirt.
Pay dirt, sorry. On YouTube, I want to say Chris from Delaware. I've seen him play it.
And I believe Dave Little was doing Bowlbound with the cards and charts.
I think so. So yes, I think you're right. That sounds very like Glory Days college football. Very similar. There's no clock. You get X amount of plays,
right?
So on and so forth.
So yes. What this gentleman has done is he's gone back with the stats and his memories and whatever film exists of these games, and has created probably now 65, 70 teams with individual playbooks.
Nice.
Okay. And so with a solitaire system designed for each teams to call offense and defense for the plays. So I was almost had Alabama and Auburn ready to go. He sent me the SEC. Big Ten would have been probably stuff I probably would have known, regardless of which. The amount of care and love and time that he spent creating all these books, all these playbooks. So an Alabama team from 73 is going to run the wishbone. And he's got 5 or 6 wishbone plays. And there's a solitaire play calling system. So that Alabama, if you go to that, is going to run the ball 80 to 90% of the time. If it's 3rd and 20, he's probably going to throw. An unbelievable amount of work has gone into these. Each team is handcrafted. Kind of like, if you're creating a table or something like, it's generally a piece of art. So if you are a fan of, I'll do my one plug here. If you are a fan of 60s and 70s college football, take a look out for Pirate College Football. You will be
college football.
He has a best of NFL and a best of AFL, and I think the 64 season he's done, kind of in a pay dirt style. But I'm looking it up. Pirate College Football. It is the depth of that is unbelievable. And I think if you are a fan of that era of football, you will be in love. I mean, he's written to sports information directors. He's gotten the stats. He knows the plays. it really, we talk about all these, Dave and I talk a lot on the show about all these games are pretty much a pop and pop operation and a labor of love. This might be the most labor of love I've ever seen in a game.
Kurt Berglund did a video on that, introducing Pirate College football.
Yep.
I can't find, because I'm getting a lot of the East Carolina, because I literally typed in Pirate College football game. So I was trying to find a link, but if you go to Kurt Berglund's channel,
it will be. Yeah, Kurt showed it off. What and you won't be sorry. And again, these are, these really are. It's kind of like sites on the typewriter in 1951 with the first version of app. It really is. Again, if you are a fan of that 60 to 75 era of college football, you cannot go wrong with that stuff.
That's what there's something about college football, even if it doesn't, the background of college football, the music, the cheerleaders, the bands, this and that.
Oh, it's so intense.
And the rivalries. I'm really hoping someone was working on a college football for Pro Strategy Football 2023, like a file. I don't know what happened to it. I made a couple of college teams. It is fun. I wish they do come out. They have the generic college, but they didn't. There's someone working on it, and that just fell up.
Is Anthony still working on the pro version of Glory Days football?
He's working on the college version.
I know he's working on the college version, and I have it.
Anthony, it's a fun game.
I've talked about it with Dave. I think it hits that right sweet spot on the table of hybrid. You can either do a quick play drive and finish it play by play, or just let the drive play out. And so you get to choose, Dave, what you want to do. You can play it out play by play. Yeah. And I just know that you're not into college football enough that I don't think you'd really enjoy it all that much.
They have, you can play quick, then you can go like take over inside the red zone. So you can play quick, medium, or all the way. I played all the way through. When you do that, you have to take away one of the charts because the chart really doesn't make the chart goes with if you play the way the game's supposed to be played is you start off like Uncle Ron was saying, it's like a drive sort of thing, and you get to a certain part and you take over play calling. I like to do the play calling. It takes a while, but it's fun. And you have honey. You all right?
Yeah, can you pause for a second?
Yes, hold on. I am going to
actually. I got to jump out. I got a little bit of work I got to do today.
Excellent.
So I will catch up with you guys later. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
So let me just Uncle Ron, Uncle Dave, thank you very much.
Yep.
If you want to
stay
you guys
on again
a little bit, Uncle Ron, or you have to go, that's cool.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
I'm going to end the stream in a little bit anyway because everyone's having a good time. I just kept going. So thank you very much, Uncle Dave Gardner. Check out Digital to Dice podcast. Wonderful. And check out his wonderful YouTube channel.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.
Take care.
So
I don't want to hold you up.
No. I just, I looked, it's not an emergency. The house isn't on fire. We're good. The college game is fabulous. I like it. They have Army from 1940, is it 45 Army, which is they'll run the ball on anybody. Now again, you're gonna have someone sit there and tell me, well, in real life, I get that. I love when people say that, and they're
Doc Blanchard, Glenn Davis, yeah.
I get it, but you're assuming that they would not train the same way. You're assuming that they're not going to game plan a certain. Do you think Red Blake was a moron of a coach? He's going to game plan, and this is what we do. Try to stop us. And again, I get that with other teams when someone said, well, the other coach, I get that. The whole point is to have fun. I think in college, that team, I've watched Army and Navy play now. They don't have the best quote unquote athletes, but yet they're competitive with good teams who have basically payola guys on their team.
Right.
So again, it's a suspension of reality, but you're having fun. That's the point.
Absolutely.
But the college game is fun. And I like he's finishing up last year's season, which should be released soon. Every team, 130 teams in Division,
whatever it is in Division 1 now, or the bowl division.
Yeah, I call it Division 1, and the other one Division 1 AA. Still,
we are well overdue of having him on.
You got to have Anthony on.
The show.
He had a great football season. I'm going to have him on soon. He's also a high school football coach, and they did phenomenal. Hats off to
the thing is with Dave is not a college football fan or a boxing fan, and so there's basically kind of an interview when you have someone that's
We'll
get him on.
But it's fascinating because he'll tell you the journey of how he got there, how he was making a game, the boxing game. He was making something he just wanted to play himself, and he put it up on his channel to see if there was interest, and there's been a ton of interest. It's done, to my knowledge, quite well.
It's a good game.
I help out with some beta testing. You help out with
I proofread the instructions,
yeah, and it's a well-designed, quick. It's easy to me. It's easy to understand. That's me. I love all my boxing games. My favorite sport. I have a lot of boxing games. I try every boxing game that comes out. To me, it flows the best. And if he's trying at some point to get that to PC. It would be similar. It's not going to be anything glitzy. It's just going to be you roll the dice and things pop up for you and you read it.
Right.
But yeah, phenomenal game to be purchased at sidelinestrategies.com along with Glory Days College Football, along with Payoff Pitch. Payoff Pitch is a Joe Bryant game, and that's a phenomenal game.
Glad to see Joe's feeling better.
Yes, we're very happy about that. Wonderful member of the community. We had him and Anthony on a while back and try to get him on again. So, Uncle Ron, thank you very much. And thank you to everyone in the chat. I had to get away from it, so I didn't get to everyone's comments. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you again to Golden Eagle for tremendous
Merry
donation.
Christmas.
Yeah, thank you. We're going to do something special. We might give you more than one fight. I know you like Glory Days Boxing. We're going to give you that one. For Ezra Charles and Michael Spinks, we're going to give you, I think we might as well give you a title bout on PC for that, and also Legends of Boxing on PC for that. So you're going to get 3 games and the centerpiece will be Glory Days Boxing. But
nice.
What's coming up on your channel? You continue with your golf?
Next week's my first. This week we got the release of Action PC 23.
Is that Monday?
It should be Monday.
Yeah.
Should be Monday. And then the golf goes to the first major of the year, the Players.
Nice.
And so that'll be the first one I do all the rounds I'm playing. So if I make the cut, all 4 rounds.
In case people don't know, Ron streams live on Twitch. The time period you stream, my friend?
Usually it's either at noon Eastern or 8 at night.
Michael says, using History Maker. Hello, Michael. First time we've seen Michael in our chat.
Nice.
Greatly appreciate it, my friend. History Maker Baseball 1967 Red Sox replay. Great game. It's very fun. 6-2 so far. Michael, is 67? I think 67 is a season they offer. I think you can.
So he replayed the Billy Rohr game already.
Yes,
because that was really early on.
Yeah, that's the no hitter, right?
That's the one that saved.
And then the Yankee fans booed the pinch hitter, who was Elston Howard, and he got it. I think it's Elston Howard.
Yeah,
the no hitter.
And lo and behold, they pick up Elston Howard later in the year.
Yeah, he says yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So believe it or not,
yes.
Next month,
yes,
I start my fifth season replay for Retro Sports Network for baseball. Wow.
Have you decided which season?
I'm going to go outside the wheelhouse, which my wheelhouse is 78 to 93.
I mean, if you don't want to reveal it now, that's fine.
I don't know what it is going to be yet. We've talked about
your wheelhouse.
We've talked about 3 or 4 different possibilities there and how I would do the playoffs in a modern year. I'm leaning towards 2001 because the Mariners were fantastic. That was a great World Series.
Yep.
If you're a Barry Bonds fan, that's his primo year.
I think that'd be pretty good.
And so that's what I'm leaning towards. But the thing is, anytime you go into love his avatar, by the way.
Yeah.
Anytime you go into a post 90, every time you add to the playoffs, it just makes it longer and longer and longer and longer.
Yeah.
And after doing 85, which was the first year, the best of 7 LCSs, 21 possibility of 21 extra streams.
And you're already doing one game a day.
We don't do every day, but usually, right. But it's 3 times a week, and towards the end of the season, it's more than 3 times a week, just because you want to pick up the races, the best teams, because it's great storytelling because the game tells a story itself. So,
quick thing, Ron, before we go, and
sure.
Again, Ron Juckett on Twitch. It's Retro Sports Network.
Yes.
YouTube channel, Retro Sports Network.
Yep.
I have to do something on Twitch because I told you what happened with that thing and it whammied stuff. So I have to do something.
Right.
I'll discuss that real quick after.
Okay.
I did the 1977 Red Sox Mets season. I had a lot of fun with it on Action PC. So I never
You
did
great with the Mets that year.
I love the Mets. I love those stinky Mets teams because I watched a ton of them as a kid. And I like the Mets in general anyway. I hated them for a little bit.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm reading. I don't have the book with me, but
you and I pretty much had the same story with the Mets.
Yeah. And I'm reading. I can't hate Bucky Dent anymore. I know that's sacrilegious. I was reading the 1978 Greatest Game Ever Played. You know the one, but
I don't hate him, but he's a swear word.
Yeah. See, but if his backstory is unbelievable. I didn't realize, and I can't hate. When I say I hated him, I don't hate. You know what I mean, right?
Yes.
So 1977, everyone pretty much won who was supposed to win. I underperformed with the Red Sox, even though I scored more runs.
Oh my God, they can't pitch. Oh, that team cannot pitch to save its life.
And I did my own lineups, my own pitching as played rosters. So I came up with this idea. Well, everyone still made the playoffs. So I was like, I'll do the playoffs and I'll put it on my channel because people like that. And I think I'll enjoy that. Sometimes I start a project. I'm like, I'm not really into it.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm not into it. I don't think the people are into it. Now, that being said, I usually finish it offline because I want to finish it just to see things, right? I was thinking of doing this, again, the sacrilegious 77, but now I'm going to take the top 2 teams in each division, right? So the Red Sox, because I have to get the Red Sox in the playoffs, so I'm doing this, and they finish second. They would take on the Royals. I want to say the Rangers. I got to look back. The Rangers would take on the Yankees.
They were surprisingly good in the late 70s.
The Rangers were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They won the AL in my 78 replay.
So I wanted to take the top 2 teams in the East and West in both American League and National League and do a little playoff thing, and I might do that, along with, again, putting up Steve Tate's wonderful franchise best.
Yep. He sent me some new files, so we'll be showing off whatever tomorrow. I haven't looked yet.
Michael says, Ron and Dave are great. I'm glad I found this channel.
Oh, nice.
I was at the Dent game as I was going to college at Bentley. Bentley had a good Division II basketball team in the early mid-'80s at the time. Thank you very much, Michael. Bernard Strom, Red Sox winning in 2004 cured a lot of anger with other teams. Yes.
Yeah, I remember forgiving the 86 Mets that night.
I did. Take care, Steve. Thank you very much. We're going to be signing off myself. Yep. Uncle Ron, Uncle Dave, thank you very much. Uncle Dave left a little earlier. Please check out both their channels on YouTube. Check out Uncle Ron, Retro Sports Network on Twitch. Subscribe to all the other wonderful content creators in our community. Check out their videos when you can. I get it. You can't watch every video. Stay positive. I don't always do it. I don't always practice what I preach. I try to say, what would Jesus do? And sometimes I think Jesus would kick that dude right in the nuts. I could be wrong. Maybe he won't. And here he is. He'll be on the channel soon. My friend, my good friend, just like with Uncle Ron. Anthony Crooks from Bleacher Bums Gaming, creator of Glory Days Football, College Football, Glory Days Boxing. But with that being said, we're going to sign off. Be safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. Enjoy your holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy whatever you celebrate. If someone says Merry Christmas to you, it's not offensive. They're just wishing the best. If someone says Happy Hanukkah to you, it's not offensive. So on and so forth. Let's not all be, let's be happy. Life sucks at times. With this community, we roll with the punches, move forward, kick ass. Love you all. Thank you, Uncle Ron. God bless. We'll see you soon. You know what's coming. What's coming, Uncle Ron?
Peace.
Peace, baby.